wonder if we got a glimpse of the Road Warrior future with what happened in Waco, Texas. Jesus. What, 9, 10 people dead, 18 injured, 170 people arrested? I'm sorry. I just think it's funny as hell. I really do. Bunch of gangs at some juke joint in Waco. Fist fight, then knives, then clubs, then chains, then guns. One Waco cop described it as the most gruesome scene he had encountered in his career. Happened Sunday at a place called the Twin Peaks Sports Bar and Grill. According to news reports, bullet casings, knives, a club, bodies, pools of blood were all found inside the restaurant. 5 gangs got into the fight, yada, 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 yada. Luckily, no normal people were killed, even though 25 feet away there were families, according to the Waco police. Hey, everybody ought to carry a gun. Goddamn right, especially bikers. Ooh, yeah. Interesting to listen to some of the wide-eyed news reports that first came out, especially on television. I guess especially on, I don't know if it was MSNBC or CNN. One of the anchors was just couldn't figure it out. Well, why are they terror gangs? What does it mean? They wear jackets with symbols on them. How do they make their money? How do they make their money? For probably the past 50 years, biker gangs have been making their money as the way any thugs do, but especially in the production and sale of methamphetamine. But to listen to to listen to some of these these, I don't know what you call them, anchors, people that run these programs on MSNBC or CNN. You know, it's amazing to me how somebody in media, in television, over the age of 25, maybe 30, never read anything about Hell's Angels, especially Hunter Thompson's seminal report, more or less, on Hell's Angels. Not trying to be sexist, but some of the women on these network, like CNN, MSNBC, just bug-eyed, trying to understand it, trying to figure it out. And the men on these networks, haven't a clue. Do they not understand? Apparently they do not. I wonder how many people understand about the gangs that exist in prisons. In some prisons, the gangs run the prisons. Probably in most instances. We have 2.5 million people that are being trained inside prisons how to terrorize each other and the general population when they get out. And these biker gangs, why? Why is it a shock? That was a shocking part to me. Why it was a shock to see this kind of carnage amongst people who have IQs slightly above room temperature. What would be expected? You get a bunch of biker freaks together and enough beer and enough meth and enough attitude, and there's going to be mass murder. The surprising thing to me is it hasn't happened sooner. Well, it culls the herd a little bit, doesn't it? Huh? Jesus. No, we're not, nobody's talking about people who ride motorcycles for the fun of it. I'm talking about gangs. I'm talking about people. If they didn't have motorcycles, they would have cars or horses or broomsticks or their feet or conveyor belts or hot air balloons or whatever. The motorcycle is it's not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. You ever see these bikers when they're on their bikes? Ever get passed by about 20 of them on the highway? They look like goddamn zombies. I mean, they really do. Most of them have those big beer guts. You ever notice that? Bushy beards. Got their heads tied down in a bandana, got their colors on their back. Woohoo. Remember the Brando movie, The Wild One? It's just hard for me to get all worked up. I really do think that helmet laws for motorcyclists in every state should be removed. Just get rid of them, because these people then will kill themselves at an even higher rate than they already do. And people need corneas and livers and kidneys and hearts. And, these are just body parts. And these dumb bikers, they couldn't care less. I mean, they really couldn't. So I say remove all helmet laws from all the ordinances around the country. Just get rid of them. And let these wild ones just, do whatever, as long as they don't kill civilians. If they kill civilians, then, I don't know, send in a squad of heavily armed Boy Scouts and wipe them out. I don't know. It just, the whole thing was a bit disgusting to me. I mean, really. Always tickles me when, you get these biker lobbies in the various states working against helmet laws. Everybody knows that a helmet law, wearing the proper gear, if you're going to be going 80 miles an hour with two wheels under your ass, and that's about it, that a helmet might be a good idea. But what's the argument that comes back from these freaks? Oh, well, I'm not going to be told what to do. I'm free. Yeah, you're also a jerk. I'm a free jerk then. Jesus God.